What's up, man?
You all right?
Yeah, good about you. How was your weekend?
Pretty uneventful. Like, didn't really do out. Barbecued a little bit. That's about it. Took inspiration from Ian, seeing him. He put a nice looking brisket on I think Saturday morning. So I was like, right. I went out and got myself some ribs and stuff. So
I'll tell
a little
you.
barbecue.
Yeah, I saw his. I know Babs. I guess Babs didn't post much about it, but man, Babs cooked a good one, two good ones on Friday as well, man. And let me tell you, dude, it was excelente.
Yeah.
Excelente. Yeah, so good, man. So good. But anyway, yeah. Had some good food. It was Bab's birthday on Thursday, so Friday was the 4th of July. So we went out to his house and played some cornhole and some real shitty boards. And it was Woody's first real kind of night in town. He obviously just moved here. So we took him over to Babs's and introduced him to everybody he hadn't met yet. So yeah, good times. Good.
Yeah, I did see some of the pictures somebody had shared. One thing that stood out was Alex's bloody shoes.
I know. I love them.
I think they'd light up the place more than the fireworks did.
Yeah. Yeah, they're awesome. But it was also a good weekend for cornhole.
Yeah.
Signature number 6. And then the ACL Europe Croatian Open. So yeah, man, we got a bit to talk about, and then we have a special guest on tonight, the UK ACL director, Simon Ballard, and we'll get him on here soon.
You want to start with Croatia then? Or
yeah, why not? Yeah, why not? So Friday night they had the Crew Cup, and again, it's such a cool concept, but difficult to master, man, because it's hard to get in a rhythm. You're playing with someone else's bags. I mean, there's no rhyme or reason, but it is a lot of fun. I don't know who was all on every team because those stats aren't listed, and I'm unsure of everybody's names just by looking at them because I'm terrible with names. But EJ's team did take down Roman's team in the finals. So then Saturday morning, we have singles. And it was a pretty good field, man. There was quite a few people there. And to include Sean Farrell, who's a previous guest on our show, the Sensei, he was in Croatia this weekend. But none other than the Empire himself, Roman Elsner, taking down singles. Although, ironically enough, he had to double dip Stefano from Italy. Had to double dip him. And the thing is I'm pretty sure it was EJ that put Roman in the loser's bracket. Stefano put EJ in the loser's bracket. And then Roman beat EJ to get back into the championship. Yeah. And he double dips Stefano. So I watched very little of it, unfortunately, just because of having things going on with my kids and around my house. I was trying to do different things, and so yeah. But I didn't get to watch a lot of it. I did catch a few matches, some good matches. And then in tier 2 for singles, Dusan over Tomaso, which Tomaso is Stefano's son. So he's a junior, but man, that kid can throw. In that match, he threw, I think it was an 818 as a junior, man. So that's pretty daggum good. He might come over here and beat a few people, you know. But and then Vesna got third. I'm unsure. I'm not familiar with him, so I'm unsure who that is or where he's from, unfortunately. While there was a lot of people we do know at this tournament, there were also some names that I didn't really recognize. And then Saturday night, we had the blind draw. And crazy enough, Roman and Stefano got paired up together. And they took it down over Sanel and Obi.
Yeah.
Obi had a pretty good weekend himself because we slide into Sunday and none other than Roman and Goran taking it down. But they had to double dip Stefano and Obi.
Yeah.
So I really feel sorry for Stefano this weekend to continue to get double dipped.
Yeah.
It's just tough, and I feel for him. I truly do. And then Bronco and Doman took third. But yeah, I did watch those matches, or at least I tried to. The Facebook feed was kind of messed up, so I got to see some of it, but not all of it. And yeah, it was weird. And then I finally got caught up into the second one, but it was already after they'd beat them once, so I didn't get to watch both matches. But yeah, Roman and Goran double dipping Stefano and Obi.
Yep.
So yeah, it was a good weekend though for those guys out there, and yeah, I'm looking forward to 2 weeks when they're all here, or at least a lot of them, I think, for the UK. So yeah, and then we had signature.
Yeah. Yeah, across the pond. So signature 6, the last one before Worlds.
Round limited too.
Yeah, round limited. I think after this weekend, watching some of the games, I've changed my opinion on round limited. I find it more entertaining to watch, and now it's going away.
I like round limited because I think it puts the pressure's on people from the very beginning.
Yeah.
There's no grinding it out. You got 12 rounds to get this done. And we'll talk about some of these matches, but man, we saw some matches that probably would have went completely different if they had to play a full game to 21.
Yeah. 100%.
Because some of them were just crazy. And you think, oh, it's round limited. There's 2 rounds left. Oh my God, this person's got it. They're going to win this. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. So it's definitely interesting. Yeah. So start off with women's seniors and junior singles, which started on the Friday. So women's bracket A was taken down by Samantha Finley, who double dipped Caitlin Hall's house in a Queen Seat rematch.
Yeah, don't I know it?
Yeah.
I needed those points in fantasy.
Yeah.
Caitlin.
And then bracket B, Sarah Cassidy avoided the double dip against Mylin Dela Cruz Gante. Then bracket C, Riley Schaff beat Elizabeth Tennyson. That was a Queen Seat rematch. And then bracket D, Cheyenne Bubenheim double dipped Gina Ramirez, and it was Gina who actually put Cheyenne into the losers bracket. Cheyenne's first game of the day, so she battled back through there. And then semi-finals, I can't remember if these were the same day or not, but Samantha beat Sarah, and then Cheyenne beat Riley.
Semi-finals was yesterday. Semi-finals and finals was yesterday.
Yeah. Right. I knew the finals definitely were. I wasn't sure on the semis. And then the final, Samantha Finley beat Cheyenne in the final.
Yep.
And then
I did watch the Riley Schaff Cheyenne Bubenheim semifinal, and that's one of those matches I was telling you, man. Riley had her down 4 or 5 points, and then gave up a couple points, and then the last round gave up a couple more. All she had to do was put it straight down the middle, and she kind of went off to the left a little bit. And then in overtime, Cheyenne proved why she's Cheyenne and why she's the Lady Goat, for sure. But yeah, it was good. And And then, of course, as I'm watching it, as it finishes, I get into the Sam Finley and Sarah Cassidy semifinal match, which I've watched a little bit of them, but the more I watch of them two, the more I enjoy watching them two. Like, I really enjoy watching them two play. Honestly, I like watching all four of them ladies that were in it this weekend, man. They're all fun to watch. But yeah, then my Fire Stick decided to just completely shit the bed. So there went my ESPN stream. Thankfully, later in the evening, Micah came through with a new stream, so I at least got to watch the end of the doubles. But I missed all the men's singles, the rest of the female singles. I was so pissed off.
Yeah. Right, and then seniors. So bracket A, Damon Dennis beat Robbie Davis. Bracket B, Brent Dickery beat Dan Sholton. Bracket C, Steve Schroeder double dipped Dan Galowski in King's Seat rematch. Then bracket D, Donald Cup beat Andy Phillips. And then your semis, Damon beat Brent, Steve beat Donald, and then Steve Schroeder beat Damon Dennis. I'm still always going to pick Damon Dennis, though.
Yeah, I'm always going to pick Steve Schroeder. So
yeah.
who'd that work out for?
This time, you. I feel like we need to put a little bit of skin in the game on the Worlds, like put a few beers on the line or something.
Me and you literally bet on everything, man. How many more things can we fucking bet on?
Yeah. And then juniors, you had bracket A, Gabriel Clausen double dipped Mason Traitor. Bracket B, Zach Aitken double dipped Hayden Gonzalez in the King's Seat rematch. Bracket C, Jackson Gore beat Ryan Traitor in the King's Seat rematch. And then bracket D, Ethan Ferriers pulled off the double dip against Sammy Soto. And then your semis, Gabriel beat Ethan and Zach beat Jackson. And then Gabriel took it down the singles.
Yep.
And then on Saturday, also on Friday, we had the main singles brackets. So bracket A was Colin Hodette beat Jacob Gore. Then bracket B, Derek Holland avoided the double dip against Richard Nyberg. Bracket C, Logan Chamberlain pulled off the double dip against Ethan Walker. And then bracket D, Jordan Power avoided the double dip against Alex Rolls.
You know, you start looking at these guys that made it this weekend out of the, to the Final Four for singles. And it really shows the difference between a grinded out game and a round limited, because those guys haven't even been close, not even been close to winning their brackets.
Yeah. I think Colin Odette got to, did he get the bracket final or deep in the bracket last month, signature 5? But other than that, like, we've not seen them other names for a while since earlier in the season.
Yeah, I mean, they're always good. Don't get me wrong. That's why they're pros, and they always make deep runs. But I don't remember the last time Logan or Ethan or any of those guys were in the. I mean, Jordan, I think, was, not too long ago. But yeah, it just shows that, round limited, man, anything can happen.
Yeah. And then your semis and that, Derek Holland beat Colin, and then Logan beat Jordan Power, and then Logan beat Derek in the final. So his first signature series, major, whatever you want to call them, singles title.
Yep. Congratulations.
He has won an Open before, but obviously these ones mean more.
Yeah. Did he win an Open this year?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Open, I think it was like Open 3, wasn't it? Open 3 or 4. I think it was
I'd have to go back and check, but yeah, I'm sure he did, yeah.
Yeah, it was early in the season.
Yeah, but out of them, it was good to see Logan win, because having hung out with him and that in Germany last year. He was the guy I was pulling for out of that Final Four.
Who's that?
Logan was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then you had doubles on Saturday. So bracket A, Tony Smith and Mark Richards beat Jordan Camber and Eric Zockline. Then bracket B, Jamie Graham and Jacob Trzynski beat AJ Sims and Braden Wilson in the King's Seat rematch. Then bracket C, Jeremiah Ellis and Devon Harbour pulled off the double dip against JBJ and Logan Chamberlain. And then bracket D, Shine Bubenheim and Jordan Power avoided the double dip against Eric Davis and Spencer Fabinar in a King's Seat rematch. So it was good to see Eric Davis having a deep run.
Yeah.
But then, as we know, round limited is his thing. Yeah, but yeah, they weren't unfortunately able to pull it off.
Yeah.
And then your semi-finals, Tony and Mark beat Jeremiah and Devon. And then Cheyenne and Jordan beat Jacob and Jamie. Then your final, Tony and Mark beat Cheyenne and Jordan. So, are they the best doubles team there's ever been? Can we say it yet, or do we need to wait for World?
I mean, the Magic 8 Ball is saying all answers lead to yes.
Yeah.
But I still think you got to win Worlds.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know, man. I don't know, because whether they win Worlds or not, you can't take away the fact that they've won what, like 18 Opens this year out of the 16 they've had, or at least it feels like that,
Yeah.
But no, they've won. And they've had to have at least won 7 or 8 of them this year.
I'd have to check, but yeah, they've won a lot.
Like half of the Opens they've been in, they've won. And if they haven't won them, I apologize, but they've at least been in the finals or in the final four.
Like you say, it feels like they've won 18 out of 16.
Yeah, it's crazy. They're always in. If anybody fact checks me on this, and maybe we'll try to fact check this and put it in the comments when we post, but I don't remember if there's a Open that they didn't make the final four.
Yeah.
That they played in. Can I try to look it up?
Just let's see. So, signatures, at least. It was a first in signature 1, third in bracket signature 2, then bracket win signature 3. They won signature 4. They were second signature 5, and then they won this signature just. So they're doing well.
So Open 1, they did not make Final Four. Open 2, Tony wasn't even there. That's the one I think he missed his flights or forgot to book flights or something. Open 3, final bracket. Let's see. Open 4, final bracket. Singles 5. 6. Double C, doubles final. Yeah, starting Open 6 when they were Final 4. Open 7. They were not. Yeah, so maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I probably go through and look at it a little more, but it does seem like every time, man, they're like right there.
Yeah.
I mean, just they are. I'm going to tell you right now, man. I said this. I don't see them being beat. I see them taking down Worlds for sure.
Yeah. And it's another one close to that mark of 30 that you said Mark would have by the end of the season. So
yeah, he's got to be sitting, what, 27?
27, 28, something like that. So he could do it at Worlds. Like, there'll be favourites for the doubles. There's obviously singles, and they have co-ed as well at Worlds. So depending who he partners up with there, they'd be one of the favourite teams, whoever the female partner is.
So he had 21 and 22 after Open 9. This is a little late. This is what it says right now. Mark Richards has a total of 22. Includes both singles and doubles, making him the most decorated player in ACL history, which obviously he's got more than that now.
Yeah.
Right? He's got to have more than that now. In the 24-25 season alone, he's won 5 doubles titles with Tony Smith. So 5. And they have, what, 16?
Yeah.
So that's not a bad run. And then they say he also holds the record for most singles with 9. But that was after number 9. So that doesn't make much sense to me. Yeah, 22 titles as of February. So it's not even updated enough yet.
Yeah.
Because that's when he took the lead.
Yeah.
Over Trey. And now he's got, and that might actually be up till February of having 5. So they may have won more since then.
Well, they've won 3 doubles since then. So, and then has he won any singles? And then he won Signature 5, didn't he, in singles?
Yeah.
So
I'm telling you, I think he's probably got 26, 27. So he may struggle. He may struggle to get
28. I've just seen my notes from Signature 5, 27th title. So that one puts him at 28.
So yeah, I mean, he could definitely win singles and he could win doubles.
Sweep it to get to 30.
That's the only ones they count.
Right.
Because they were talking about this one time, because then it would be an unfair advantage for, say, Cheyenne. She won like every women's, because them guys can't play in women's, but she can play in the opens. So it's just singles and doubles.
Yeah. And shall we round this off then with Sunday's results?
Yeah, go on then, bud.
So after all the ESPN stuff was done, they still had the women's, seniors and juniors doubles. So for women's, bracket A, Sarah Cassidy and Elizabeth Tennyson beat Cameron Belvin and Kaylee Hunter. And then bracket B, Rosie Streaker and Samantha Finley double dipped Riley Schoff and Caitlin Allshouse in the Queen's Seat rematch. And then the final was won by Sarah and Elizabeth beating Rosie and Samantha. And then seniors, Chucky Love and Ron Kurgel avoided the double dip against Frank Modlin and Damon Dennis in bracket A. Then bracket B, Terry Mathis and Pat Sem beat Mike Wright and Scott Bennett. And then Terry and Pat beat Chucky and Ron to get the seniors title there. Then juniors, Ethan Ferrius and Gabe Clausen beat Sammy Soto and Ryan Trader in a King Seat rematch. And then Braden Wilson and Cass Shamners beat Jackson and Jacob Gore in a King Seat rematch. And then Ethan and Gabriel beat Braden and Cash to win that. And then I believe that was a junior sweep for Gabriel on the weekend then.
Yeah. Kid's good, man.
Yeah. And then the pro blind draw was Tanner Halbert and Gavin Cano, who double dipped Ryan Wiedenfeld and Chris Kingsbury, and that was a King Seat rematch. Unfortunately, we don't get to see them games, which is a bit of a bummer.
It is. It is. But what are you going to do? So, yeah, some good matches, man. Some good matches, some good cornhole on. But yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like, Trey and Adam are still your world champions until someone else wins it.
Yeah.
And while they haven't performed all that well this season at all, I don't think they have been in contention at all this season.
What was the best finish? The best finish so far this season was a 5th in bracket at Signature 3.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So they were 12th in bracket, Signature 1, then 8th in bracket, then as I just said, 5th in bracket, 13th in bracket, 8th in bracket, and then 9th in bracket this last weekend.
That's crazy.
Hopefully they'll, for the sake of my fantasy thing, unless I drop them or trade them or something, hopefully they'll come out and perform. Because as yet, they've not got me any points this season.
And you drafted both of them pretty early.
I believe, because I was on the turn, I took Cheyenne and Trey and Adam. So they were like first, second pick for me.
Yeah.
My thought was that I said they're the world champs. So I was hoping they'd come into this season showing that and win a few, but it wasn't to be.
It was not, apparently.
We shall see.
Yeah. Well, my two teams have done pretty well.
Yeah, you're doing all right sitting top, but that gap has closed now.
Oh, that it's closed big time.
Liam set a new record for most points in
a
weekend with 34 points.
Yeah.
Beating your 32. How many points did you get this weekend? 14 you got this weekend.
Yeah, not a good weekend.
Yeah, I got 18, Woody 11, Micah 19, and then Liam just smoked us all. So, unfortunately, I'm still at the bottom of the table. I'm 91. 1 point ahead of me is Woody on 92. Micah in third on 104. Liam second on 108. And then you're still top on 111. But with double points for Worlds, it could literally all change like that.
Yep.
And that's what I'm hoping for. I just don't want to come last.
No, I think you should be okay.
I've been being the leader for the first week or two, and then plummeting.
Yeah, sorry about you.
Is what it is. But we shall see.
We shall.
We're just waiting on Simon. So, you got anything else going on in your corner world while we wait?
No, not really. New venue tomorrow to practice in, so we'll talk about that a little bit in a moment.
Yep. He's apparently having technical issues. I think that's just standard with this podcast.
Yeah.
So someone always having technical issues. Last week it was Chris. Now it's Simon.
Cool.
And if it's not the guest, it's normally one of us.
Yeah, for sure.
So this.
No.
No.
All right. I'll be right back.
Right, well, while he's away, just a quick shout out. Sponsors, Slicky Bags. Currently on the website, they are running a 20% off sale on bags. So if you go check out the website, and the code for checkout is SL Summer, all caps. So that'll get you 20% off on any remaining bag series that they've got on the site. And for other stuff that you want, so hats, t-shirts, remember, just B10 for 10% off.
Just B10.
Yeah.
Shout out
to SL Summer if you're getting bags.
Yeah, for sure.
20% off instead.
Yeah, I think they're trying to clear out their 2020 or 25 standard bags to get ready for the new season.
Yeah, making space for next season's inventory.
But just know you'll still be able to throw those bags next season as well.
Yeah.
So this is a good opportunity to get some good ACL bags.
Yeah.
At a very discounted rate that you'll still be able to throw next year, man.
And the season after, I believe. I think they're good for 2 years, yeah.
At least.
Hi, Simon.
Hello.
How you
What's
doing?
up, bud?
How you going? All good?
Yeah, man, I'm all right.
Good. All ready for tomorrow?
You know what? I am. I'm pretty excited about it, to be honest.
Yeah, it'll be good. New venue, more time. Be good to get going.
Yeah, for sure. Bigger venue.
Definitely a bigger venue.
So when you got to step out for a shot, you're not going to be standing on the other board.
No, definitely. It will definitely be welcome.
You know, we can only see your mouth and nose, right?
Really?
You're doing the Jimmy Humans, bro. Yeah, but it's literally all
you should know better than anyone, Simon. Be careful about pulling faces.
I know.
Paris will never be the same.
Oh no, that was a memory.
For real, adjust your camera.
It's working.
It is working. I'm just saying it's level with your freaking nose and mouth.
It's fine to me. Maybe it's Josh's setup.
I can say it's probably just you because what I'm seeing is totally different.
Yeah, because I could see the Stevie logo on your shirt fine.
Yep. I think it's just you, Josh.
Maybe, but I can't. Yeah, man, I only see your nose and mouth.
Yeah, I think it's probably you. We'll see what happens when the recording comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can see all of Graham's fat head.
Can you see the rest of him?
Well, yeah.
I take up the whole screen. I'm a big boy.
Fucking Free Willy over here.
Oh, yeah.
Shamu.
Anyway, you didn't get on here to talk shit. You got on here for a purpose, man. What's going on?
So, as you know, 2 weeks on, well, 1 week on Friday will be the ACL UK Open in Bury St Edmunds, back at Colford, same as last year. We're back there because we get a really good deal, and everyone knows it. Obviously, unfortunately, we were unable to secure dormitories this year, being to the end of the school term, beginning of summer holidays, just wasn't the right time. and it was a date that was suitable for everyone before the summer holidays. But it's still going to be a good weekend. We've got beers and burgers on Friday, beers and pizzas on Saturday, and at the moment we've got beers and pulled pork on the Sunday.
Yeah, our club's going to do a bit of a potluck on the Sunday. So we're all going to try to bring some stuff.
Yeah, which will be good. So far we're sitting at 40 players registered. It's a bit of a slow uptake. Last year we had 48, if my memory serves me correctly. So we're only 8 short from beating last year. So if we could try and smash that up, that would be nice.
Are you counting me?
I'm not counting you, no.
Yeah, see, so we got 41.
Get registered.
You're not registered yet. Your doubles partner's registered, but you're not registered.
Okay, but I am registered for doubles.
You are for doubles, that's it. Yeah, Liam's registered. We've only got 11 UK players which are registered up so far, which is very disappointing.
It's fucking ridiculous is what it is.
We need to grow the game in this country. Everybody preaches about growing the game. Prove it.
Yeah.
You don't grow the game by not attending cornhole events.
Exactly. I mean, a 3-day weekend is the best time to travel. Make a weekend of it. Obviously, the ACL don't put on a 1-day event for any reason. They always do weekends, so you can make the most of it. Obviously, we've got a players' party on the Saturday at one of the local pubs. So why not make a weekend of it and come and join us for some beers and some fun?
Yeah. Plus, you're not going to get better by only playing the same 40 people in the UKCL. If you want to get better at this game, you need to come to these events or go out into mainland Europe and play this next level of player up. As great as Liam is, and we know he can prove it on there, they need to be playing against these top guys from Germany, Croatia, France, wherever. That otherwise the game just becomes stagnated over here. We plateau, just playing against the same people. We need to get and play these better players. Yeah. Otherwise, when it comes to Worlds, well, it'll be a shit show. We're never going to compete against these top teams unless we up our game, and we're not going to do it by only playing against each other.
No, 100% agree there. Obviously, I know that Roman Elsner is obviously off to Worlds the end of this month. And he'll put up a good fight, but I honestly think that compared to the Europeans, compared to the US, we're nowhere near that level. But it will be good for Roman to go out there and see where we are on par with them. Yeah. So, I mean, he might go there and smash it out of the park, and we know that in terms of Europe, we're on that level with the US. Yeah. But he might go over there and bottom out. And hopefully on the back of that, we should know in Europe what kind of level we need to get to compete with them over there. And hopefully, by Roman going over there, should allow some of them to come over here and compete in our events, which should hopefully bring it up and allow more people to come over. I do know that we've got a next year event for the ACL here in the UK. Obviously, going past that, it's going to be very dependent on numbers. Because we're a week and a half, 2 weeks out from next week, and we're sitting at 40. That's very disappointing.
It is. It's disappointing. It's not. What the disappointing part isn't the 40, Simon.
No,
because that's 29 coming from Europe.
Yes. Yeah.
The disappointing part is we only have 11 UK players registered, and obviously I am going to register. I will play, so that makes what 12. 12.
Yeah, so out of the registered players in the UK, I've not counted sort of the US guys, sort of from our club and sort of elsewhere. I've only counted the British-born members in that. So yeah, in terms of people that are living in mainland Europe, we're on about 15, 16 players. Mainland England, we're living at 15, 16 players. But in terms of UK-born players, we're only sitting at 11.
So yeah, even then though, you're setting at 20 plus being from mainland Europe. We got more people coming from the mainland than we do from our own home turf.
Yeah.
That's
And
crazy.
Three or
Not
four
crazy,
of them are from the US. So obviously we got Sean Farrell coming over, Denny Mallon and his son Killian, and I believe there is one more
Mike
who's popped up
German.
on the board today. Yeah, sorry, Mike German popped up.
And then Alex's partner, John.
Yes, so that'd be 5.
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought I had Dean Norton on board. He messaged me. He was thinking about coming, and then he was going to try to get Tony Smith to come, but it just didn't work out coming off of, Signature 6. And then I think trying to get back into Worlds, I think it's just kind of one of those things. It was a real tight squeeze. But you were talking about Worlds, and you're talking about Roman going. There's quite a few guys from Europe going to Worlds to compete.
There is, yeah.
We will be keeping a very, very close eye on that.
Yep.
And wishing them very, very much success. But yeah, I don't understand how we can get, 40 players to go to an ACL event, but we can't get, we can barely get all of Team GB for the World Cup to come to Barry for an ACL event. It's fucking nuts, man.
Yeah, it's I don't know what else to do apart from obviously doing what we're doing and keep plodding along. Ultimately, you don't want to turn up, but don't be on my doorstep moaning at me when I don't turn up to your event next year, because you can be asked to turn up to my event this year.
Well, I don't count you in that, man. You're a director. You turn up when you can. You work a lot. You do a lot of things. You're also not in the running to be on Team GB. You also didn't put your name forward for Team GB. You also didn't, you don't do these things. You don't fancy yourself top-notch cornhole player in all of England. You are a recreational player that enjoys the game, and you run our club. You run you're the director for the ACL in the UK, and you do a fucking fantastic job at that. But there's a reason most directors, I'm not saying all, but the reason most directors aren't the best on their club in cornhole, or aren't the best, they're not, because it takes so much. I know you want to play in these events, but it's a lot of work, and it's hard to concentrate on playing when a tablet goes down, and in the middle of your game, you got to go run and try to get a tablet working again. So that's by the by. You not going to an event should have no bearing on the rest of the country coming to our event. It just shouldn't.
No, it shouldn't.
It should not at all. Daniel Lilly was not going to come to the ACL event because he was supposed to be in Worlds for the ACL. Now he's not going, and he has told me that he is contemplating coming to our event because he just wants to come play some cornhole. So I'm hoping he does, man, and we will welcome him with open arms.
Definitely, 100%. I'll welcome anyone.
And so it's tough, man. And it really just, it is, man. It's kind of heartbreaking. I would love to be on Team GB. I would. And I would have made it. But I can't, because I'm not a UK citizen. So it kind of hurts, man, when you watch these guys, because I have no chance to represent my country at all. Yeah. But I'll be there supporting the hell out of you guys, but it's disheartening when when one of the criteria is to go to an ACL event, and they're meeting that criteria, but they're meeting it by the very bare minimum, and they're not supporting it, or not openly supporting it, or not outwardly supporting it, as we've watched them support other things. And it's kind of just, I don't know, man. It's one of those things, dude, and it's really disappointing.
Yep.
It shouldn't be an us versus them. It should be everyone together helping grow the sport somehow.
Well,
yes, there might be essentially 3 different leagues in the UK, but out of all 3 different leagues, out of the 3, maybe 4 directors that run the UK leagues, why not put our heads together and work something out and try and get it so that every event we've got 80 players turning up?
Yeah.
Rather
No,
than
I
going
agree.
up. There's only 40 players at the ACL. There's only 30 players at the ACO. There's only another 35 players at UKCL. You can't tell me out of the UK we can't easily hit 60 plus players at every event.
I agree. And you know, the thing is, you say, "Oh, this league, this league." It's not. There's one league in the UK. There's two other tournaments. One ACO, one ACL. Man, it's not that. It's not like either ACO or ACL. So I don't want people to think I'm just bad mouthing ACO or whatever, because we already know how that goes, man. I say one thing, people take it out of fucking context, and it goes fucking crazy that I'm attacking everybody, and I'm not. What I am saying is,
it gets the engagements up on social media.
when you get an ACO event and there's 40 plus people there from the UK, right? Because there was only what, four from the US that showed up, and I think the one Canadian dude. So like 5 people. There was 40 plus there. So 40 of them were UK players for one weekend, man. And they turned up in droves, and it was awesome. We had a great weekend. It was a great weekend of cornhole. It was a lot of fun. I had a blast. Can't wait until next year. I'll do it again. That's all we're asking for, man. We're asking for the same participation. Yeah. And I get it. It's not down the road from you. However, none of these tournaments are down the fucking road from us.
No.
Right? I travel to every one of them. I have yet to miss a single UKCL event. I go to as many ACL events as I can fit into my schedule. I went to the ACO event. I'm going to go to as many UKCL tournaments this season as I possibly can. And God willing, none of my dates will clash with an ACL event, and I'll be at every fucking one of those too. Right? We're not asking every weekend come to an ACL event, dude. It's one.
Yep.
It's literally one.
Yeah.
I just don't understand it, man.
One event once a year. That's it. It's a whole year in the making, which goes down to a weekend. And when you walk in there and you see 40 players, it's a bit disheartening after a while. But
it is.
Hey, I'll keep my nose up and keep pounding on and just keep expanding the ACL in the UK. If people want to turn up, they turn up. If they don't, they don't. I can only do so much.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just, it's a weird thing to me. I feel like why even, I don't know. Why sign up for Team GB? Why go to Croatia, man, if you're not going to come to the ACL event in the UK? Like, why do any of that, man?
Yep.
Like, I know two people that didn't make the team that are literally, one is still going to Croatia. We're looking at him. The second one had every intention of going to Croatia until he didn't get picked up for the World Cup team. And he decided to then instead take his wife somewhere else for a holiday. Which is understandable, man. That's fine. I have no qualms on that. But out of the 6 members, I got 2 people that could have easily been on the team that are willing to travel, that are willing to go do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not playing to be better and trying to compete, what's the point of fucking going?
Exactly.
Like, for real. I get it, man. Go represent your country, and that's awesome. I'm sure it's a great fucking feeling. No doubt in my mind. But if you're not trying to compete and win some matches, step aside. Let someone on there that wants to. Because that's the point of it. You think that the Americans are coming over just for a trip to fucking Croatia?
Oh, they ain't coming over just to participate.
Fuck no, man. They're coming over to kick everybody's asses.
Yeah.
You think the Germans, the French, the Croatians, like all them dudes, they are in it to fucking win it, bro.
Well, Germany will be looking out to make a statement after last year.
Yeah. Well, just so you know, Graham, this year we've removed all chairs for you, so there's no more hitting chairs again this year.
Thank Christ.
You got to keep at least one chair for Sean to sit on.
Yeah. Sean will have one and I'll be sitting on the other.
Yeah. Because that was one of the funny things. I don't know if it was just generally because he needed the chair to sit down with his back or whether it's because of what I did, but I think it was like a game or 2 after that. He was on the court next to me and he come over and he took the chair from behind me. So I don't know if it's because to save the chair or to save his back.
No, I'm pretty sure it's for his back.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I'll be on my best behaviour this time.
it's going to be a good event. We got some good food, some good beer. Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it for sure. I'm so looking forward to it. I'm running like a B&B out of my house though. I literally have every room in my house is taken, with some rooms having 2 people in them.
Yeah.
I mean, as it sits right now, I'm pretty sure me and my son are going to have to sleep in the living room because all the bedrooms are taken.
Should we go and pitch up a tent in the garden? Extra 4 people.
I thought about it. Hey, honestly, I thought about just going down the road, putting Elliot in his room at his mom's house, and then just sleeping at my ex-wife's house with her and her, like, just hang out at their house for the weekend.
Get into bed with them and spoon.
Well, I don't know about that, but
But yeah, I mean, regardless of how many people turn up, it's going to be a good weekend. It's going to be good to see a year in the making finally come round. It's been a long slog, a lot of late weekends, a lot of registrations to sort out, a lot of people to chase because they've not registered a doubles partner. It'll all come to fruition next weekend.
Yeah, man, I'm excited, dude. And again, I need everybody out there to know, we know how hard you're working. We know, and we appreciate it, man. You're fucking smashing it, dude. You are absolutely smashing it. So keep it up, man. Don't get discouraged. We're all going to be there. We're all going to have a good time.
Indeed. I'm not discouraged. Don't you worry about it. I'll be there fighting. Might even throw a bag or 2.
Don't get crazy over here, man.
I
guess we can sign you up for the juniors event, I guess.
Yeah, I might still lose that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I already know who won the juniors event, and it ain't even started yet.
Yeah. Not going to mention any names.
I'm not either, but my son's still going to play. So
cool. Yeah, we've got 5 or 6 juniors registered so far.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Elliot still wants to play. So that's pretty cool.
Drag Maddie anyway. Get her to play. Be an extra one.
Yeah, I'm going to ask her if she wants to for sure. I'm trying to get her to come out to practices and stuff, but I don't know. I think it's one of those things, man. She liked doing it before Elliot did it. Now that Elliot does it, she kind of doesn't want to do it because she's always trying to find something outside that's just her. So we'll see. We will see.
What tier event are we? Tier 3?
We are a tier 3 event, yeah.
Yeah.
So I got a question.
Does that mean no streaming, or will it be streamed?
At the moment, there's no streaming. I'm just waiting to find out if the stuff's going to be shipped over or brought with Mr. Thomas Pernack, because he's the guest director for the weekend.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really going to depend on if it comes over.
Yeah, so it could not watch this space type thing, yeah.
Yeah, so watch this space kind of thing. It will be a last minute thing if it is happening. But with all the equipment that's been sent over, there's no official broadcast court. So one will be set up if we are doing some kind of streaming. We'll still do a number 1 court for people that want to do a proper stream.
Man, let's just take some donations to get a couple GoPros, dude, and let's do it.
Yeah. We'll just exclusively go YouTube live on the podcast.
Well, I know.
At least one of us will be out early enough to do commentary. I've not done it before, but I'll be out early enough.
I mean, hey, I know for a fact that KT and Woody have done it before.
Yep.
Yeah.
They've went live on the ACL Europe page before, or on their podcast page, and went live to do finals before. So it's a distinct possibility.
Yeah, I mean, there's a possibility someone will do it. There's a fair few guys that will do something, no doubt. There'll be something up on there.
So, I do got a question for you though. Are we going to go? Because this was brought up earlier today when I was talking to Alex. I know some events they do double elimination for the swap and the blind, and then some events they do single. What are we doing?
At the moment, everything is down as single elimination. Obviously, that's number dependent. Obviously, how many people we've got and all that kind of stuff. If the numbers stay as they are, then I should imagine we'll be going into double elimination.
Nice.
Yeah, it'll be numbers dependent and obviously time. But obviously, being where we are, we don't have a hard finish, which will be nice. So we can obviously be overrun if needs be to get everything completed.
Cool.
Good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, obviously Friday is a swap. The Saturday is singles and juniors.
And the
blind draw.
Yeah.
And then Sunday is the doubles.
I'm excited, man. But I'm excited anytime we're going to play some cornhole, dude.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But I'm hoping with the people in the back of my head that I know who haven't registered, that have got to register, I think we will be sitting over 50.
Good.
I know there are a few more left that haven't registered yet that I have chased and said they will get on it. So, yeah, we should be sitting over 50 comfortably.
Greg, you got a chance to make top 50.
Hey. I finished fourth and equal fourth in the blind draw last year. Nothing to do with Gunny whatsoever, carrying me.
There's no prize for fourth, only third, second, and first.
Yeah, but it's still my best finish at an ACL event, so
I mean,
I'll take it.
Gunny's back was still hurting him on Sunday, okay?
His back was still hurting him in Trier.
But I'm pretty sure he's coming over that weekend too, isn't he?
He's not registered yet, but I do believe he is coming. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because EJ's coming.
Yeah, there are some, like I said, there are some European guys that haven't registered yet. I think they tend to register after an event, and obviously being Croatia's just happened, I should imagine over the next week or so we'll start getting the last few sign-ups, and we'll probably get a few more into early of next week, ready for Friday.
Cool.
What's the actual cut-off for registration?
There isn't a cut-off as such. However, I would like everybody possibly signed up by Wednesday evening, Thursday morning, which will allow me to start collating numbers and sorting out all the events, getting them all ready so then we can literally on the Friday, doors open at 5, we can hit running at 6 o'clock, and then Saturday, doors open at 8, we can start at 9, and same for Sunday. So there's no delay with everything. We can just hit the ground running. Obviously, adding a few people in here and there is not a problem, but adding 10, 15 people because they can't be asked to register up is a pain in the ass.
Cool, man. Yeah, I'm super excited.
It'll be good.
Super excited.
We've got a better food and drink this year compared to last year, so that would be a bonus.
I mean, the food and drink wasn't bad last year, though.
Oh yeah, only because that was supplied because it was the first event. But yeah, we don't have that privilege this year.
No, pizza was good. Pizza was good.
Yeah, so yeah, the pizza and the fish and chips were supplied last year, courtesy of Ton and Wickedwood, which was nice. But this year we don't have that privilege, so we had to source our own. So that's
fine. I have faith in the ones you've sourced.
As long as you can drink the beer bar dry, you'll be fine.
I mean, I'm gonna try.
I'll have one or two. I'm the designated driver. I'm the taxi from Josh's.
Oh, you're one of them, are you? Taxi man.
Yeah. Well,
Anthony
was good enough to sponsor the podcast, so picking him up from his premiering on the way there and dropping him off in the evening is the least I could do as a thanks for sponsoring the pod, I suppose.
Nice. I have asked Colford if one of the guys can use a minibus to ferry. I'm still waiting for an answer for that because I know the same guy Sam that was there last year is there again this year, so they may be able to use that to ferry a few people into the sort of centre of town. But nice. I won't have a decision until the end of the week.
Cool, man. All right. Anything else?
No, I think I've covered everything. Just go and get signed up, people, before next week. That doesn't make me a pain in the ass. Thank you very much.
I'll sign up today.
Do you want me to sign you up using your fancy money on your wallet, or are you just going to pay for it?
I'll just pay for it.
I'll
just pay for it. I'll leave my money on my wallet for Finland.
Yeah, but don't pay for doubles because Liam's already done that.
I know. I got the email. It was his turn. I knew it was his turn.
Fair enough.
I didn't think this through though, because the cheeky cunt. Now I've got to do it for the European Championships, where I think it's more expensive.
Yeah.
Dickhead.
I can refund it, and then you pay for this one. He'll do that one.
No. My turn.
Yeah. All good. Flo, Graham will make sure Flo gets practicing over these next few weeks, because she's not been to practice for a while, so she's probably a bit rusty. But we'll make sure.
Last time I went to the practice night, she best, because she's going to be the A player. She needs to carry my fat ass.
Where are you practicing at the moment?
I went to Ashby last Tuesday and I threw like shite. So then we're still waiting to, I think, Manchester. I don't know if, after what happened, I don't know if we're likely to get practice night in before then. So I'll probably go down to Tony's in Coleshill on Wednesday, either this week or next week, just to get some in. And then between that, it's just in the garden. But thrown in the garden when I've not got somebody trying to beat me, it's not the same as playing the game. So
no, definitely not.
Just try to do what I can. If not, I'll just make sure I get there nice and early Friday. Find a board, get thrown with somebody.
Come down Thursday night. We'll go have beers. I got to work on Friday, but you can set my boards up out in front of my house on Friday and throw all day.
I'm actually off Friday, so I could travel down Thursday straight from work, in theory.
I mean, you're more than welcome to come and give me a hand setting up, and then once it's set up, you can throw.
See, look at that.
That'll
be on the Friday.
How long will it take? How long does it take to get down there? I think it'd be about. Last time it was 3 and a bit hours. So, given that it'll be at 5 o'clock on a Thursday night after work, you're probably looking closer to 4.5. So, I might be there like 9, half 9. I could potentially do it.
Yeah.
When you're actually setting up.
So I'll be setting. I can get in for midday Friday.
Oh yeah, if I come down Thursday night, then it don't matter what time I get there, as long as Josh lets me in.
Yeah.
Don't make me sleep in the car Thursday night.
Bro, because Anthony's coming down on Thursday, I'm gonna finish work, come home, shower, and then go back into town and meet him for dinner and like something to drink, some beers and stuff.
Oh, yeah. I'll probably come down Thursday then. So then Friday, while Josh is and that's working, I can come give you a hand.
Yeah.
We'll do that then.
I'm sure Anthony will help too, man.
Yeah, we've got 19 courts to set up.
That's a couple more than we thought.
Yeah, we've got 19.
How did that happen?
It's just the amount of boards that we've got.
We have that many ACL boards.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were a couple shy on that, but awesome.
We're sitting at 17 in Colford, and then we've got one at the club.
Nice.
We've got I've got the Wicked Wood set, or we've got another set we can set up at 19.
Are we gonna set a few of ours up just for practice purposes?
Yeah, so I think, depending on numbers, we'll be looking at running between 14 and 16 sets. Potentially 17, 18 if the numbers increase. And then I was looking at doing the fourth quarters, maybe three or 4 sets for practice for in between. Yeah, we've got enough sets to run in total 25 sets with all the boards that we've got stashed away.
Yeah. But obviously we won't play competition on those, but it gives somewhere for guys to go warm up or stay warm.
Yeah, just keep the arm loose.
Play little party games.
Oh yeah, we'll have to run the Just Board It game.
For sure.
Do we want to play that, really?
Yeah.
We'll do that then. Set it up. Winner takes all.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. All right, man. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, no, appreciate it.
Been a pleasure.
And like I said, man, you're fucking smashing it, bro.
Thank you very much.
You're smashing it, dude.
Yeah. I shall see you tomorrow, Josh, and Graham, I will see you in a week and a bit.
Yep,
Yes,
that you will.
Oh, peace out.
Later.
See you, bud.
Good.
All right, man. That was our ACL UK director, Simon. Yeah, man, such a good guy. Always working his nuts off, dude.
Yeah.
Setting up stuff. He really is. He's the guy, he finds all our venues for our club nights. He's done all that stuff, man. And, we give him a lot of shit. But yeah, I don't know if we'd have a club without him anymore, man. I really don't. He does all that shit for us. I'm sure someone probably would step up, no doubt, because we want to keep our club, but we don't have to because he just keeps the gears turning, man. He does, and he's a really good dude, super nice guy. So yeah, I feel for him. I do. I know you guys out there in listener land, y'all may never listen after tonight. Y'all may just be that pissed off at me. I hope that ain't the case. I hope we can be, a little more open-minded about it. But you definitely got to understand where our frustration comes in.
Yeah, definitely.
We got guys signed up for one event, can't even come for the whole weekend. There are always exceptions. And I know a couple guys that there are exceptions for because I've talked to them and I understand why they're only coming down for the Saturday. There's always exceptions. But, man, I just don't know. I don't understand it with the lack of participation. And if it's a matter of, I don't want to come and just get beat and pay this money and just get beat and go home, you're missing the point of the game, man.
Yeah, and they're never going to get better by not coming and playing these better players. And they'll just always get beat.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's tough. It's very disappointing. But
I mean, look at me. Last year, equal fourth in blind draw. Yeah, I got a good partner, but anybody can have these good runs. You get a good partner, then you that's the bloody slogan for the ACL. Anybody can play, anybody can win.
I mean, I got second in a swap. So it wasn't even like I just got my partner from the get-go, man. I had to play with 4 different people until I finally got paired up.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens. But the thing is every experience is a learning experience.
Yeah.
And it can only make you better. The level of our competition in the UK has improved a ton. But that's because people are playing each other on a regular basis. And if you're not going to step up and go play stiffer competition, like you said, it is going to stagnate.
Yeah, but we'll just plateau until we step outside of that comfort zone and go and challenge ourselves.
You can't run from it. You can't run from the competition.
I know I'm not great. I'm barely a top 16 player in the UK. I'll hold my hands up to that. But some of the best cornhole I've ever played has been at these ACL events when I'm being challenged.
Yep.
Because I'm having to force myself to set my game up. And yet, part of it might also be a little bit more because I'm relaxed because I'm not going in with any expectations or anything. I have got that, well, these are all better than me. I'm not going to beat Roman Elsner. When I threw against him in the doubles I'm not sure if it was the doubles, the blind draw, or the swap, one of them, in Switzerland. I was playing well against him, and he had one of his lowest PPRs that weekend was against me because I was making him play out of his comfort zone because I was stepping up my game of that dirty game and challenging it.
Yep. For sure, man.
By stepping outside of your comfort zone, you will become a better player. I just need to transfer that into back when I'm playing in UKCL. Unfortunately, I can't. I've got this fucking mental block.
Yeah. Me too.
Oh, you've gotten over yours. You've actually had a win. Yeah. The best I ever did was fourth on the very first one.
We're talking about that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then what did I do?
Yeah.
Then I went and shit bed completely the next time.
Yeah, you even lost to me. All right, I have to get it in. I've only got one and a bit more weeks of getting that in until you probably claim it back in the decider. 3 apiece.
We're at 3 apiece right now, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
So we've got this, and then we'll have the first UKCL, and then we got Croatia, haven't we?
Yeah. So we're gonna
part of me kind of hopes that it's 4-4 going into Croatia.
What?
I don't want it to be 5-3 going into Croatia, because then Croatia doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, 4-4 going into
Croatia. If it's 4-4 going into Croatia, that'd be good fun.
I mean, there's a good possibility it could be that way.
So, I'll just better show up in 2 weeks and get to that 4 before you then.
Yeah, you better. You better. All right, man. What else we got, man? No cornhole this weekend. That I'm aware of.
I don't believe so. No, we've got now a break until ACL Worlds. A few weeks for that, so nothing ACL.
ACL World starts 2 weeks from today.
Yeah.
ACL World starts like 4 weeks from today. So, with that being said, we have a special guest that we're trying to get on. We haven't decided whether we'll have this person on next Monday or if we're going to try to run a bonus episode this week. So, pay attention to the socials. Like, follow, share, subscribe.
Yeah. Register.
Yeah, man. So hopefully we can get this person on. Ideally, I would like to get this person on and run a bonus episode this week. And then that's for the ACO. And then we have a big name guest that we're trying desperately to arrange from the ACL to get on before ACL Worlds. We have been in contact with this person. So we're hoping
that'll be a good one if we can pull that one off.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. And then again, I mean, what's turning into like co-hosts from America, we're trying to get these back on the Worlds, see if that gives them any luck going into Worlds, man.
Hopefully.
So yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be cool to try to run maybe our first live episode coming up soon. I think that would be kind of cool. Yeah. Maybe the weekend of the UK Open when Denny and Sean and them guys are here. Because then we can just get random, like we can sit there and talk for an hour and just let random people come up and put their 2 cents in.
Yeah.
Even if it's just that, like not even summing up results, just sitting down live and just getting people on to do their deck rounds or whatever.
Yeah, we'll try and set up shop near court 1. That way we can spin the camera around if there's a good game in play.
For sure.
But then we'll just open it up like, you want to come and sit and chat shit with us? Come sit and chat shit with us.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The one thing we just have to be careful with is if we stay live, if me and you both got a game at the same time, we just have to be careful of KT. Leaving KT unsupervised with our podcast could be dangerous.
It could be dangerous. Speaking of podcasts, our brethren from the UK.
Yeah.
I've tried to get them on here, man. I wanted to get them on here and talk about it. I don't know much about it, but I am going to give it a shameless plug and say Corn on the Pod, hosted by John Steins and Craig Smith. Stay tuned, man. I guess it's dropping soon. I'm interested to see what they bring to the table. I did reach out to John. He was very keen to get on the podcast. Didn't know if he would be able to do it today. So we may get them on in the next week or so and let them talk about their podcast. It may not matter because they may have an episode out later this week anyway. But I do want to give them a shout out and wish them the best of luck in their podcast venture, man.
Yeah, maybe next year, bragging rights thing, no longer me v you. Doubles, us versus them.
Yeah, we'll give it a shot for sure, man.
Yeah.
We'll give it a shot for sure. But yeah, for real, John, Craig, hey, good luck in your venture, dude. I know we make it look easy just getting up here talking shit, but no, it is easy just talking shit. Y'all's will probably be way better than ours, man. It'll probably definitely look.
It'll definitely look more professional. I mean, we've all seen John's cooking channel, so
yeah, that dude knows what he's doing for sure. But hey, good luck to them guys. What else we got?
I think that's it for this week. Trying to think.
Yep.
I think just another plug of Manchester, the GoFundMe for getting the club back up and running. I believe it's close to the goal now, so even if it's just sparing a few quid, just help the club get back on its feet.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well,
I'm John. That's it. I'm Graham. Remember,
just be 10 for your discounts. But remember, when it's a sticky situation, just board it.
Yeah. A wash is better than a loss, so just board it.
Just board it. All right, man.
Yeah, mail.
Peace out, brother.
Laters. Bye.